But let's start chapter 6. This chapter should be a bit shorter, so that's good. You're a successful British comedian and professor? Absolutely, 100%. Have you seen Mr. Bean and Me Bean in the same room? No, you have not. The following day at Cujo Mansion. Hello? Ida Nakamatsu here. Oh, hi. Thanks for your help last night. What do you want? Actually... Miss Yasaoka called me this morning to tell me something. The Departed's figure is getting darker and darker each day. You should back away from this now. Oh. Coming from a spiritualist like Yasaoka, those words would carry some serious weight. No wonder he's scared. Ida's information has really been a great help, but with all the people we've lost on this case, there's just no way I can try and talk him into risking his life to help me out. I got it. You were a great help. Thanks for all the work you did for me. Oh! I'll get back to teaching you how to work a computer once this case is over. We'll start with the internet use. That'll be something nice for you to look forward to, Bean. Yeah, thanks. This is fine. Oh, we're chat. I do want to know why it's the Departed's wrath. Like, what'd I do to piss her off? I thought I was a worthy husband. Am I not now? I leave the mansion and head to Konohara Academy. I have to report last night's events to Mr. Seizo. I enter the special building and walk towards the infirmary. As usual, there's nobody inside. I better go to the faculty room. Mr. Seizo's waiting for me. Since afternoon classes are still in session, the faculty room looks emptier than usual. Mr. Seizo, who's sitting in the back of the room, notices my arrival. Ah, you're here, Bean. His voice sounds weak, and for some reason his complexion doesn't look so good. Are you alright? I assume you are inquiring about my physical condition. No, I am not well. I've been feeling lethargic and sluggish all morning. Perhaps it's the ravages of stress taking a toll on my body. But that's enough about me. I heard you received a notice yesterday. How did the investigation go? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if I did good. I don't know if I did bad. I don't know what I did in that chapter, TBH. I give him a detailed report about Mr. Kokori's case from beginning to end, the sour expression on his face as he listens to me, recounting the events of last night tells me all I need to know. Goodness gracious. First Izumi, then Naomi, and Okarakura. 3 students have gone missing under my watch. I think more have gone missing. Ribbon. You forgot Ribbon. And yet, you failed to protect the targeted student. Oh, and yet again, you failed to protect the targeted student. Okay, dude, just throw salt into the wound. Rude. Oh my? Can't even find the words to justify your poor performance? I suppose it's better than forcing me to listen to your pitiful excuses, though. Damn! Mr. Seizo, you can fire me if you like. But how would you stop the Departed then? Mr. Seizo falls silent at my words. You're right. No matter how many valid complaints I have, it doesn't change the fact that you're the only hope I have of rectifying the situation. I let out an overly exaggerated sigh. I understand the situation he's in. Plus, what else can I do other than threaten him to stop bothering me? However, one more victim, and you'll be dismissed. Sakamoto has me... Sorry, that's Ritsu. Ritsu has me backed in a corner. She's suspicious of you, especially in regards to Himiko and Michio. But she's misunderstanding the situation. Your last chance. Understood? Yeah. Good. That's all from me then. Don't let me down, Bean. Ribbon was before he came. That's what I thought, but I just thought it was like a little bit after Seizo came in, but I guess it was before. I leave the faculty room, feeling Mr. Seizo still staring daggers into my back. Honestly, I couldn't care less if Mr. Seizo and Ritsu suspect me. But if I get kicked off campus, I won't be able to investigate, and I know I'm the one who can pursue the departed and bring an end to this. I can't afford to make any more mistakes. A chime sounds over the speakers. Looks like class is over already. What do I do now? I really want to start doing some investigating, but I have no idea where to start. The departed, who is still hiding at Konohara Academy, is playing their cards well. There don't seem to be any clues left. If I have to pick one spot that still has some ties to them, the clock tower seems like the prime spot. Oh yeah, we're going back to the clock tower. During summer vacation, Himiko and Michio saw the female doll in the red dress there. At that moment, their bodies were afflicted with a curse. If the departed was the one who caused it, then that tower is probably connected with them. There might be something there. Maybe I can get some information if I talk to her. Should I go visit her? Let's, I want to see if there's any teeth in this chapter. 1 second. Because if there's teeth in this chapter, I want to get them. There's 4 in this chapter. Okay. So, we're gonna walk around, see if we can find some teeth, see if, we can get, like, more information or something, and then we'll go to the clock tower. Himiko is standing near the window. When I enter the student council room, she notices my presence right away and turns to me. Ah, so you're here today. I heard about Karakura from Michio. Yeah, it was really unfortunate. Say, Himiko? There's something I want to ask about the clock tower. Ah, that reminds me. I haven't told you about it yet. About what? I actually went to the clock tower during lunch break yesterday. What? You shouldn't be taking risks like that. Spirits don't show up during the day, so it's fine. I didn't go inside, though. The door wouldn't open. That's weird. Did someone lock it? That's unlikely. The key to the clock tower is missing. Nobody's able to enter the clock tower right now. But it was open that night. Was that the departed's doing? Probably. Looks like I can't investigate the clock tower just yet. Okay, great. About that clock tower. One time, the clock tower doll I saw made the school newspaper. I was skimming through the school's old newspapers this morning, hoping to get information about the departed. And then I found an article about a female doll. Mr. Seizo told me the school's historical records were lost due to war damage. But for it to have been buried in the school newspaper archives? Aren't you squeamish when it comes to horror stories and the likes? What made you do that? Oh, I just wanted to be some of help. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna get some information about the doll. There was a rumor going around Konohara Academy. "60 years ago, the first headmaster built the clock tower to commemorate the school's 10th anniversary. A stylish stone clock tower that stood tall in the remote countryside of Konohara Academy. Nope, it's Konohara, not Konohara Academy. Many students were wondering what the inside of the tower was like. Overcome with curiosity, some eventually snuck into the tower. What they saw inside the tower was the first headmaster's collection. There were a lot of antique things, but the item that caught the attention of the most people was a doll wearing a red wedding dress that lay on a stone altar. Rumors of the doll spread in no time because everyone was interested in its origins. However, the first headmaster had already passed away by that time, so he was unable to answer those burning questions, with nobody to tell the truth while speculation regarding the doll ran unchecked. The first headmaster, who had always been fond of antique goods, had bought that doll from a European family. It's a cursed doll that was modeled after young girls. It was modeled after young girls who became sacrifices. The first headmaster had a craftsman make the doll to enshrine the deities of Konohara. It's a doll made to claim the soul of a student who lost their fiancé and unalived. No definite answer was found because there wasn't anyone around who knew the truth. In the end, everyone forgot about the doll in the clock tower once the war broke out. And that was the rumor featured in the school's newspaper. It's truly an interesting story, but the rumor has so many variations regarding the origin of the doll. Which one is true, if any? Right, let me confirm one thing. Are there any rumors about the doll moving? No, none at all. Oh, okay. There are people who have seen the female doll, but not when she's moving. Guess I'm the only one who's witnessed it. I've gotta go soon. Thanks, Himiko. I hope that information could help you in some way. I have to head out as well. The teachers told us not to stay at school. I say goodbye to Himiko and leave the student council room. Interesting. When I step into the library, I find a girl whose appearance clashes with the place. Oh, Saki! Sup? Karakura didn't come to school today. You know anything about it? Sorry, no idea. There's no way I can tell Saki about Karakura's death. What are you doing here? I'm just chilling here. I've got no place to go. Not after I learned how terrifying that corridor was. Then you should just go home. Didn't the teachers tell you not to hang out after school? Who knows? Maybe something weird will happen to you again. Ugh, stop acting like a teacher and don't freak me out like that. I was about to go home anyways. My body just feels really heavy somehow today. Are you gonna stay until night again? If you do, be careful. I have a bad feeling. I say goodbye to Saki and leave the library. So we've been to the faculty. Okay, so when I enter the faculty room for a second time, I see Ritsu inside. Still plaguing our school, are you, Mr. Bean? I asked Mr. Seizo to do away with you, though. Oh, don't worry. He heard you. He told me that I'll be dismissed if I make another mistake. That Seizo is far too lenient. If an incident occurs, it'll be too late. We need to deal with this problem quickly. By problem, are you referring to... Good to know you understand it yourself. I don't know what kind of nonsense you've concocted in that skull of yours, but I assure you, there's nothing going on. I have no intention of doing anything untoward with any students. And yet an incident can still occur even without a teacher having any such intentions. Just like Mr. Hirose. Hirose, the art teacher Ritsu told me about when I was investigating Slipmouth Kashima. Both Kashima and Manabe had a crush on him, which spiraled into tragic consequences. I've warned Himiko and Michio not to get close to you. But seeing them defend you so fervently, the situation is getting dangerous. That's what my intuition as a woman is telling me. Let me repeat it again. This is all just a big misunderstanding on your part. I've warned you, Mr. Bean. If you'll excuse me then. What happened? Ouch. Ritsu grimaces, pressing her fingers to her temple. Hey, you alright? Leave me be. I've been having terrible headaches since this morning. This is all your fault. Mumbling incentives at me, Ritsu hurriedly stumbles out of the faculty room. Jeez. A big sigh escapes my lips. There's nothing I can do about it. I have to investigate the departed, and sometimes the only way I can make progress is by getting the students' cooperation. I shouldn't refrain from asking them. The school will be closing shortly. All students please promptly vacate the school grounds for today. It's finally time for the students to leave the school. I head back to the infirmary and try to come up with some kind of strategy for tonight. Oh, Abe. Welcome back, Mr. Bean. What are you doing here, Abe? School ended a while ago. You better get home now. Goodness, that is too much. I'm not asking for grand gesticulars of friendship, but it wouldn't hurt you to be a tad bit kinder, you know? After all, I've come all the way here to provide you with information regarding the departed. Come again? With the lack of a notice and no new pertinent information, I'm pretty desperate. Let's give him a listen for now. I'm listening. Tell me more. Before we get to the meat of my report, there's something I'd like to tell you. This will be my final act of assistance. I shall cease pursuing the departed after this. Oh, really? What's with the sudden decision? I saw something with my left eye. I witnessed my own tragic end, assaulted by a terrifying demon with numerous legs. By demon with numerous legs, I assume he must be referring to some kind of bug. If you want to deride me for my cowardice, feel free to do so. But I won't die if I abandon my pursuit now. My master has also warned me to do so. I'm not going to laugh at you. You've made a wise decision. However, it seems like you have not been afforded the same option. You cannot run from the departed any longer. So this is my parting gift to you as you take another step closer to death. The Departed, a name we learned through the notices. However, that sinister name has existed since long before we first heard it. 100 years ago, before Konohara Academy was even founded, a dark incident occurred on these lands. There was a small village called M-Town near Konohara. At some point, residents of M-Town succumbed to an unknown disease, In the end, the village was destroyed and the incident was forgotten. But one of the residents said this before they died. This is the Departed's wrath. This is the most valuable information I've found. That's some interesting information. Where did you learn it? From the former headmaster. He liked to study the school's history during his spare time. When the first notice arrived, I went to him and asked if he knew anything. So he told you about the Departed's wrath? Yes. It sounded like a mere ghost story to him, more than anything. He was a realist, didn't believe in the Departed. If I remember correctly, that headmaster died of a heart attack, didn't he? Yes, if he were still alive, you might have learned more valuable information from him. Right after the Departed's notice first arrived, the only person who knew about their past died. Another convenient coincidence. Well, I shall be going home soon. To tell you the truth, I've been feeling under the weather. Perhaps I'm possessed. Now that I think about it, I've heard similar complaints from a lot of people today. It could just be an outbreak of some disease, but the events of last night suddenly crossed my mind. What if the Departed's transformation now gives them the power to not only affect the school, but humans as well? Or am I overthinking things? Mr. Bean, the gruesome death I saw in my left eye also applies to you. What awaits you is an inevitable catastrophe. I hate to see the great spirit doctor lose his life this way. Well, I'm not gonna die. After despondently speaking those words, Abe leaves the room. I guess I'll take that as a sign that he's really worried about me. The sun sets and darkness falls on Konohara Academy. How many times have I greeted the night here? Who is calling me? Why is the phone ringing now? Hello?
Ah, it's me, Michio. Thank goodness you're still at the school.
What's wrong?
Just wanted to ask if you made any progress with your investigation. I'm curious. I'm in front of the school now. Mind coming out?
I don't mind, but we could just talk over the phone.
Oh, jeez. It's fine, isn't it? I'll be waiting then.
Ritsu just gave me that warning today. Oh well, I have no choice since I made a promise. Should I head to the main gate now? Alright, I guess we talk to Michio. I haven't found any teeth, but I guess I pick up Michio and then I find some teeth. Yeah, the lights are still here. The lights in the hallway are glowing red. Given the lack of commotion right now, I'm guessing nobody's noticed yet. Oh well, it's pretty hard to miss, so someone's gonna notice it sooner or later. Let's see if anything else pops up for teethies. Because I'm gonna need as much as I can for the final boss. Anything? Nothing in there, okay. Let's go pick her up. Michiyo's waiting in front of the main gate. The moment she sees me, she rushes over like a puppy.
Good evening, Mr. Bean. You look tired today. Not surprised, though.
How are you feeling?
Same old, same old. A bit tired since I haven't been getting a lot of sleep lately. Never mind that. How's your investigation going? Did you learn any new facts?
Not a lot, but... I tell her about the story of the Departed's wrath and that I heard from Abe.
Wrath of the Departed? That sounds like something from a fantasy novel.
Did the previous headmaster tell you anything?
Nope. I wasn't particularly close to him. I'm a student council vice president, but I usually just have Hime deal with the teachers.
Okay.
There's something that's caught my attention. I remember M-Town coming up in one of the cases somehow.
Now that she's mentioned it, that name does sound somewhat familiar. In which case did the name M-Town show up? Wasn't it Slipmouth, Kashima? Thank you for the care package. I recall what happened when we were investigating Slipmouth Kashima. Yeah, I feel like I saw that name during Slipmouth Kashima's investigation. Where did I see the name M-Town? Wasn't it like, Now I have to think. This is a very thinky chapter. Where did I see the name M-Town? No. I think about what was written in those school newspaper articles. But I can't remember anything that mentioned M-Town. The articles mentioned S and K who were murdered by Kashima. So it's the map. I try to remember what was written on the bus route map I saw. Bingo. One of the bus stops I saw at that time was M-Town shop. Yeah, that was like run down. I immediately let Michio know about this. Oh, you're right. You sure have a good memory, girl. No, I don't. If the owner is a descendant of an M-Town resident, they might have some documents from the past. I'll try going to M-Town shop.
Sure. Let's go there together.
Wait a minute. You're coming with me?
Of course I am.
Don't you have a curfew?
No need to worry. He can handle it. The dorm manager trusts her, you know?
That's not the issue, though.
I don't want to leave you alone. Carrying these burdens all by yourself just seems really tough.
Tough, huh? I guess it is. Mr. Seizo's ultimatum, Ritsu's hostility, Abe's prediction of death, the departed constantly targeting me, the students I couldn't protect, Damon unconscious in a hospital bed. My heart is screaming from all the weight it's bearing, but I've chosen to close my ears and ignore it.
I know I can't help carry all that heavy baggage, but I can at least help you relax a little bit. I'm begging you. I'm not asking for too much.
Have you heard the game Rat Shaker? I saw Markiplier play it for a little bit. Oh. Her kindness tastes as sweet as honey to my exhausted mind. Sit down in my thinking chair and think, yes. You interested? I don't know. To be honest, I really don't know. I kind of just, like, looked at it for a bit and then I stopped watching the video. Except, there's a chance she might be the departed. Michio and I climb into the car I parked near the school. M-Town shop isn't too far from here. Alright. I park my car nearby and walk to the bus stop in front of M-Town shop.
Ugh. The shop is so creepy. The building is run down and there's no sign of life inside. Doesn't look like anyone actually lives here.
We'll find out if for sure once we check it out. Any teeth?
Safe driving is important. You should take that to heart, Mr. Bean.
There's an old mailbox hanging on the wooden wall. When I peer inside, I find a postcard.
I wonder what it's a postcard of. Let's check it out. It's for an investigation.
Why are you being so casual about everything? Without responding and before I can tell her to stop, Michio's already got her hand on the mailbox lid.
Huh? It's not opening. Is it locked? I don't see a keyhole, though.
There's a faded paper with the word morning on it pasted to the glass door.
Isn't this a morning notice? I think they hang it on the house and they're supposed to remove it after 49 days.
You sure know a lot of strange things, huh?
When my grandma died, one of my relatives told me about it. But does that mean someone here passed away sometime in the past 7 weeks?
I suppose it would imply that. The other side of the dusty glass door is pitch black, preventing us from seeing inside the store from this vantage point. What's going on here? I hear an eerie male voice coming from inside the shop. Vending machine with bottled water inside, rare sight these days. Judging by the lack of any light, we've already read that. Maybe this opened? We gotta get in that door. Committing felonies, I see. Yup, just stealing people's mail. I can't stop thinking about the voice I heard just now and wonder who's inside. There's no bells anywhere around the store. We'll just have to knock on the door to see if there's someone inside. There's no response.
Maybe they're asleep. Let's try it again.
Still no response.
Let's give it one last try. Third time's the charm, right?
That ghost is pissed at me. My head. My head. Head. A scene suddenly flashes before my eyes, and that scene is... Oh! Of an elderly man laying on the ground of an old store. His head is deformed and swelling to the point of becoming gelatinous. Swarms of centipedes continue to issue forth from his eyes. Bugs. 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 This is the Departed's wrath. The moment he stops speaking, his body also stops twitching. All that moves in the dark now are the bugs. I wonder what caused this to happen. I can no longer hear any response coming from his gaping mouth. There is one thing that I'm dead certain about. He said this was the Departed's wrath.
What's wrong?
I saw what happened. The owner of the shop, he was probably killed by the Departed's wrath. I described the vision I just saw to Michio.
So the person that was being mourned was that old man you saw then?
I guess so, yeah. But they had the mourning notice up, which means they had a funeral, and that means his corpse must have been found. That's odd because the other victims' corpses disappeared. How could that be?
Didn't Karakura's corpse remain too, though? Maybe there are times when they don't need to get rid of the corpse or something.
I don't understand.
This is just a guess, but the Departed wants to continue this whole little notice game. If there's actually a dead body found at the school, the police will come. There's a chance that the school will be closed and then there won't be any students, so maybe they only discarded the corpses at the school.
But Manabe's body also disappeared, and she didn't die at the school.
That one was probably because of you, though. With that corpse in the hospital, the cops probably would have arrested you, and that's also not something the Departed wanted.
That actually makes sense, since I'm supposed to be their husband.
And this ends my sloppy deduction. Thank you for listening.
Although she doesn't think too highly of her reasoning, I have to admit it does make sense. This corpse was found outside the school and had no ties to me. Therefore, it remained.
Why was he cursed, though?
I'm not sure, but maybe it's because he was a descendant of M-Town, of an M-Town resident? M-Town was destroyed by the Departed's wrath. While we don't know what exactly happened there, the wrath still remains and it killed the old man. Why'd the mailbox open? It came from the mailbox. I know it did. There's an old mailbox hanging on the wooden wall. When I peer inside, I find a postcard.
Hello, Megan. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a lovely time zone.
Let me take a sip and stretchy. But yes, I hope you're feeling better as well. I think the last time I was in your stream, you weren't feeling so well.
So hopefully you're feeling a lot better.
Oh god, my back. I have recovered. Nice, nice. I'm glad to hear that. Super glad to hear that. It doesn't look any different. Maybe I was just hearing things. Just to be sure, I try to open the lid one more time. Unlike last time, it opens easily. How is this possible? Did something just happen to get caught so the mailbox refused to open? Or was there a trigger or something? This is the game you were talking about. It seems cool. Yeah, we're right at the end. We have this short chapter, which we probably only have 30 minutes left of it. And then we're at the final chapter. So we're right at the end. The plot thickens, and there's a lot more questions than answers right now. Oh well. Not like I'm gonna get an answer. Time to see what was locked away. I collect the postcard. It's addressed to M-Town Shop, though I have no idea who the sender is.
Oh, the sender's the previous headmat.
The previous headmaster? Excuse me? What? I flip the card over and find some words of gratitude written on it. This is obviously some kind of thank you letter from the previous headmaster. Reading the letter more thoroughly, the shop owner apparently donated an old book about M-Town's ritual to the school. An old book about M-Town, huh? Interesting. Oh my god. Oh my god. We got a book. It should be in Konohara Academy now.
Probably in the library. Although, if they considered it to be a valuable item, they might have put it away somewhere else for safekeeping.
We came this far, and that's where the trail leads. So why don't we just try to look for it? Let's go back to Konohara Academy. Oh, are we getting more lore? Guys, are we gonna find out? I do want to know. I wonder if we're gonna get more of a hint of who the Departed is. Because I have my theory on who it is. I'm actually currently with them right now. I leave M-Town Shop and get into the car I parked nearby. The trip back to Konohara Academy should only take about 5 minutes if we don't get caught in traffic. Throughout the ride, Michio only stares blankly at the scenery outside. She was such in high spirits earlier. I wonder what's wrong.
Say, Mr. Bean, do you have a moment?
Michio calls out to me in a low, subdued voice, as if she were waiting for the right moment to spring something on me.
I need your opinion on something. It's related to the Departed. Mind if I talk about it?
Sure, go ahead.
It's about the Departed's notices. Do you remember how many notices we've gotten?
Including the one that arrived before I came to the school. Hang on, now I have to count. 1... Izumi, Naomi, Karakura. Ribbon was 1. Was there only 4? Counting, yes. Math is absolutely destroying me tonight. Ribbon, Izumi, Naomi, Karakura. Oh! 5! It'd be 5 because Slipmouth Kashima.
So close! The correct answer is 6.
Okay. Okay. Listen, I tried. I tried to recall the 6 notices. The first was targeting Ribbon, aka Kyoko Takai. The second one was targeting Painist, Toshihiko Izumi. The third notice was for Naomi Horokoshi, the model, and the fourth was for Megumi Manabe, gold prize. Fifth was for Himiko and Michio. Oh, student council, I forgot about them. That was in the super short chapter, I forgot. And finally, Hooligan, Tanichi Karakura. What about the notices?
I want to know what the purpose was for issuing those notices. The Departed isn't a spirit who goes around committing horrible acts for fun. They issued those notices with a goal in mind. Ever since the model notice, they've been releasing those notices to test you, their husband. But what about the first 2?
Well, now you've got me all curious, too. Do you have any ideas?
Well, yeah, sorta. If they issued the latter notices as a trial for their husband, I'm guessing that also applied to the first 2.
So are you saying There was already a marriage candidate even before I arrived. Even before I arrived at the school. Guys, The Departed is cheating on me. The Departed is cheating on me.
Guys, I thought she wanted to marry me. I'm so sad.
But who's the marriage candidate? Let me stretch for a bit. Hang on. Oh, God, my back. My poor baby back. God, I don't know what I did, but I like messed up my back. I need to stop sitting like a shrimp when I'm working.
Yep. If I'm right, who do you think it was?
The potential husband before me was... It's not Abe. 100% it's not Abe. It can't be Izumi. It has to be Seizo.
Huh? Why do you think that? He wasn't even at the school when the first notice arrived.
Oh. Oops. Who do you think it was then?
Izumi. Izumi was different from the other victims. Before he was murdered, he said the Departed is calling me.
I actually heard his last words. Seems like he knew the Departed's true identity.
Seriously? Who is it?
Well, he didn't actually say that. But if he really did learn the Departed's true identity, he probably was being put on trial. So the first notice really was issued to test Izumi. Sorry, wrong voice.
So the first notice really was issued to test Izumi, huh? I guess he was deemed unfit since he abandoned Takai and ran away. Maybe that's why he became the second target.
I showed up at Konohara Academy at that time. I don't know what they saw in me, but they chose me as their next potential husband.
And you didn't run away and actually accepted the challenge. You tried to save those spirit souls. That cool side of yours must have fit with their image of an ideal husband.
I'm like wavering with Michio's voice right now.
And that concludes Michio Kinakawa's deduction. Man, I sure have a good imagination, right? Maybe I can be a novelist or something.
To be honest, I'm blown away by the story that Michio concocted for me. It's as if the Departed themselves is telling me their plan. Listen. Listen. Listen, me in game, I'm telling you. I've been saying this for a while. It has to be her. I would have never thought that you could piece together their train of thought so well. I'm surprised. Michio smiles, her fingers playing with her white hair.
I suppose it's because that doll was cursed by the Departed.
Previously, she said she thought the Departed was that female doll. I guess she still stands on that option.
Somehow, I can understand how they feel. Like, when I was possessed by Kashima, the Departed has been longing for an ideal husband for who knows how long. And then they found you.
Michio?
I love you. I want to vow to live happily ever after with you. Then I want to...
eat you up. Guys, I knew it! I knew it!
Just kidding.
Girl, no. This is more evidence for me. No. Come on now.
Oh, don't be mad, please. I end up getting carried away when I start acting like the Departed. Hello, Yuki. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a good time zone. Can I please get a shout out for Miss Yuki? How was it? Did I freak you out?
Don't tease your teacher.
Sorry. When I saw that gloomy face of yours, I just had an urge to tease you.
It was at this moment that Bean kicked Michio out of the car and made her walk back. Yeah. We should be arriving at Konohara Academy soon. I opened the window and let the cold night air in. Don't do that, the departed's gonna crawl in. Good lord, have we not learned anything? We don't keep doors, we don't keep windows open, like, we keep things in the school. Okay? I want to live. Me, Bean, not this other Bean, because clearly this other Bean has no clue what to do. I don't think I can bear this indescribable atmosphere.
Whoa, why are the lights red?
Oh, right, I didn't tell you about this. They've been like this since last night. I think the Departed did this, but I could be wrong.
I see. Is this their way of trying to charm you?
In what way exactly?
Let's see. The Departed thinks you're their ideal husband, right?
They do, yeah?
This is something I've seen on TV. In Shinto weddings, bonfires and paper lanterns are usually lit at night to illuminate the path of the newlyweds. I figure these lights are their version of that.
They're really going all out to perfect every detail of their wedding, then.
I mean, everything they do is pretty detailed. They issue fancy notices and even blend themselves in with people in the school. Bet they're having so much fun.
I don't doubt that. Among spirits, there are some who feel their greatest pleasure when they're inflicting fear on humans. Supposedly an exquisite pleasure that humans cannot comprehend. The Departed might be one of those spirits.
It doesn't seem to be causing any harm, so we probably shouldn't pay any attention to it. Let's just ignore it for now.
You're a strong one, aren't you?
Shall we go to the library then?
Why don't you go back to the dorms? It's getting late.
Boo, don't wanna. Let me tag along until the end. I'm curious to know where this leads.
But
how about I promise I'll go home once we find the old book? Just let me stay until then.
What if I don't want to?
Then I'll still tag along.
I better find that old book as soon as possible so this curfew-breaking student will go home. The best place to find a book should be the library. It is... It has to be her, but like, I feel like they're putting so much emphasis on her being the Departed that I feel like maybe she's not the Departed, you know? They're trying to psych you out by, like, giving you all this ammo. Alright, where's the book? There's a wooden book storage cabinet with a glass door. It seems to store special books that aren't allowed to leave the school premises. Since old books would be considered valuable items, it should be somewhere around here. Michio and I split up to check each book storage section. Each city's local documents and old maps are stored together in the school newspaper folder. I skimmed the documents hoping to find anything related to the Departed, but to no avail. I can't seem to find anything that looks like an old book either.
Hey, Mr. Bean. This book has some information about M-Town.
Michio shows me a book titled H City's Local History, which was self-published by the previous headmaster. Issued a year ago. This book apparently was only given to the family and close friends. Thinking it might be connected to the case, I write down the bits about M-Town in my notes. A few streams ago, the game asked you who you thought the departed might be, and you picked her. But what if you picked someone else back then? Would they be accompanying you right now? I don't know. Huh. I don't know. I'll have to see. I'll have to ask Aleska about her run through and see who she chose and see what happened with hers. Thinking it might be connected to the case, I write down the bits. Oh, I already said that. Oops. Konohara and M-Town. Konohara used to be a small town named M. The area where Konohara Academy currently sits was once M-Town's downtown. M-Town had its own beliefs and customs, though they gradually disappeared following the westernization that occurred during the Meiji period. Furthermore, the plague that occurred at the end of the Meiji era caused a sharp decrease in its population. The survivors all called it the Departed's Wrath, but autopsies determined it to actually be cholera. It's still unknown what the Departed refers to, though some speculate it may be tied to their local folklore. M-Town's religion. 2 earthly deities are enshrined in M-Town. One of them was Mushigami. Details regarding this deity are hazy, as there are not many traces of M-Town's customs, though it does beg the question, did these people really make an insect their god? Mushigami Shrine was said to be located in the vicinity of Konohara Academy's old building. Because the shrine was already half ruined when the school was founded, they demolished it to build the new building. Oh, maybe we shouldn't do that, When the first headmaster, Genzo Kone, had the shrine demolished, he tried to placate Mashigami, and the souls of those who died of the plague. This is how the shrine in the connecting corridor came to be. Both teachers and students might have called it Kokori Shrine, but that's actually incorrect. It was simply named after the guardian fox of the Mushigami Shrine, which is now standing in the courtyard.
Lord Mushigami, huh? What a beautiful name.
I want to know their connection to the departed.
How should I put this? There are many scary stories where gods punish humans for destroying their shrines. The Departed's Wrath began before the shrine was destroyed, though.
True, but I don't think those things are completely unrelated. Because those who knew about the Wrath died one after another.
You see the picture of the talisman over there? I think they had a good taste for choosing centipedes, don't you think so? Is the theme Scalopendra subsipin pleplepla? Machio points at a photo on the edge of a page about the local history. It's an old talisman with a centipede drawn on it. Looking at the details, this talisman was made at Mushigami Shrine. Apparently, the previous headmaster got his hands on it. In M-Town, people believed they could escape danger by putting this talisman on the front of their houses. Why do I feel like I've seen this talisman somewhere before? Because it's on the Kokori Shrine. Now, where was it? Ah, that's right, the shrine on the 2nd floor. There are talismans hanging there. But all we found inside the shrine was the petri dish. There wasn't any information related to M-Town. According to the book, the shrine was built to replace M-Town's Mushigami Shrine. So what are the disaster-preventing talismans doing hanging in a shrine that's been around for so long? Were they that afraid of Mr. Kokori's rumors or something? I just remembered, I saw that talisman before.
Machio, who is peering at the book beside me, speaks up. The shrine in the connecting corridor, right? To my surprise, she shook her head in disagreement. Where did you see it then?
Over there. I was completely confused at the time, but I saw that talisman with my own eyes.
A place where she was completely confused? Don't tell me she saw that talisman at... It was the storage room.
Oh, you mean when I was possessed by Kashima? I was totally unconscious for that, not just confused. It's the clock tower. When both Hime and I were on the ground, I saw that talisman. Why don't we go inspect the clock tower?
It's locked, though.
It was open that time, no? I mean, it's already nighttime, so who knows? Maybe it's open again.
It might be indeed. It doesn't make any logical sense, but I'm still willing to believe in that slim chance. Let's go to the clock tower. I have, like, found no teeth this run-through. Not run-through, but this chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought this was something else. Oops. Oh, there was a tooth in there. Cool, we got one. Why is that there?
And it came from an insect encyclopedia of things. Are they challenging me?
Don't ask me. Interesting. Okay, so that means there's like 2 more teeth, but I think we can just... I think we can pog and just go to that clock tower.
Oh, I'm getting a call. Hello? Oh, what's up, Hime? I'm helping Mr. Bean right now. We're gonna go to the clock tower. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. Mr. Bean is here with me, so we'll be fine even if the departed shows up. Don't be mad, Hime. I promise I'll be home in 30 minutes. Cover for me in the meantime. Hime is mad. I mean, she's always kind of irritated by my actions, but she doesn't usually scold me.
She's worried about you.
I guess so, but she's also worried about you too. She likes you, you know.
Enough with that nonsense, please.
No, I have proof, alright? Hime's always been well behaved, but she's totally ignored all Miss Ritsu's warnings. You know why? Because she's really giving her all for you.
You think so?
Absolutely. Please treat her well.
Clock tower? Alright. Let's see what's in the clock tower. Once again, I arrive at this place. I recall the story I heard from Himiko this evening. During summer break, Himiko and Michio discovered the doll the first headmaster put in here. Is it here? So I ask, swallowing down my saliva. My mind is screaming that I am in grave danger and should not take one step closer. That bell again. Michio doesn't seem to hear it. Am I really the only one who can hear it? The bell stops ringing.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Let's go. It's open. How?
This is our chance! Let's use this chance to solve the mystery of the clock tower.
Yeah, sure. There's not a lot here. I step into the clock tower. The unpleasant smell of dampness and mold hits my nostrils immediately. Wait outside, Michio.
I'm coming with you. I'm not scared at all.
No, I want you to keep an eye on the door. If I get locked up in here, things will get really bad.
Oh, okay. I'll keep the exit safe for you. Be careful.
Michio leaves the clock tower. Alright, let's check this out. An old Western-style cabinet with several talismans pasted on it. What do you know? Michio was telling the truth. Let's take a closer look. There's a drawing of a centipede on the talisman, just like the one in the photo from the book. These talismans seem to be sealing something sinister inside. However, a plank is preventing me from opening the door. I need to get rid of it first. A mannequin without limbs. Has this always been clothed? Oh! Dusty stone floor. Now that I look closely, I can see something resembling a tooth stuck in the gutter. Take it! My finger should be able to fit in. Should I pick it out? Yes, absolutely, dig. I wedge my finger in and try to fish out the item. However, the tooth doesn't budge at all. I should be able to get it out if I widen the gap a little. If I wedge the gap open with something hard, then... What items do I even have? I have nothing! I guess I'm gonna get a lot of items in the clock tower. Oh, hello? Okay, kill? No, thank you. Who was that? I blurt out the question. But there's no reply. The silent darkness is the only thing accompanying me in here. There's a large wooden box against the wall. I peer inside to find a crowbar and a wrench. Yes! I can use these to get rid of the plank. Hang on. I notice something and look around the room. I don't see any more stairs to climb. This is the top floor. But there's no altar here. The female doll was placed on an altar. That's what Himiko told me. The same story was in the newspaper. Not a problem, Real. Thank you for stopping on by and spending your time here. I hope you have a good time zone. So this is why... So why isn't there an altar anywhere in here? Is this the right clock tower? Didn't they remake this clock tower? Oh. I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, that is taking my health down. Oh. Shut up! Despite my pleading yells for the unknown entity to stop their oral torture, the voices continues on. It feels like there are insects crawling inside my head as if it drones on and on. Kill, you said. What? What do you want me to kill? I'm a little concerned here. Let's see. We're gonna use... Maybe I can get the tooth out if I widen the gap with this tool. Take aim and swing down. The gap's widening. The tooth is free. Excellent. Now we have to... See, I'm a little concerned for Michio now that I'm not near her and I have a spirit telling me to kill. A little bit concerned. Just a little bit. Let's see. Crowbar. I use the crowbar to remove the plank before getting rid of the talismans. Then I open the door. There's an old book inside. M-Town's Private Records is written on the cover. Is this the old book we're searching for? This is written in a peculiar ancient script. It'll take me some time to decipher the content. Shit, my headache's getting worse. But I have to read this. This must be where the departed's secret. What is happening? Suddenly, the letters turn red. Oh! Red. Bright red. I can't read the book like this. Tell me, what's written here? Kill? Do you want me to kill someone that badly? But who? Dear husband. Hello? Ma'am? Are you the departed? Did you eat Kokoro? This is neither a dream or a hallucination. The departed really has transformed. Dear husband. What are you doing? Sorry, what are you going to do this time? Where is Michio, by the way? Thank you for the food. Guys, I think we fucked up. Don't tell me. You ate Michio? Kill? Kill who? You've killed so many people already. What the hell do you want me to kill? What do you mean, the Suspenseful act? Oh my god! The Departed is clearly a monster. I don't really want to get close to it. But what should I do? I am literally going to die. At least everything costs 0. Oh my god! I tried defending myself with the crowbar. Well, I succeeded, but I hold the crowbar and strengthen my defense, but the Departed doesn't move an inch. I can see a faint smile on the Departed's face. What face? That was the wrong choice. Oh, God. But what should I... Do I threaten to throw it? I try throwing the wrench near the Departed's feet. Hello? Did I manage to intimidate them? The wrench hit the Departed's feet instead of hitting the floor near their feet. Oh, great. Something about the Departed's scream earlier seems strange to me. Looks like the attack is working. I want to believe I made the right choice. Dear husband. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Dear husband. Kill. Did they say kill? They keep whispering the same word over and over. Are they telling me to kill the Departed, or does the Departed want me to kill them? Trying to think about the situation, I can't forgive the Departed if they killed Michio. I tried to swing the crowbar at the Departed. You want me to kill? My crowbar violently strikes the departed. How's that? That's what you want, right? The departed sounds satisfied. That should be the right choice. What is going on? Hello? If you wish to be killed, I'll put an end to this. I slammed the crowbar into the departed. Die. Die. It hurts. Why? Am I hallucinating? Am I hallucinating? Shut the fuck up. I swing the crowbar with reckless abandon. Die. 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 I am laughing? Why? Why is she... on the floor? Guys... we were hallucinating. Bugs. There's a large swarm of bugs. The bloody body is covered in bugs. You heard my wish, my dear husband. You killed she who was close to you. Thank you, dear husband. Don't tell me. I was controlled by the departed. Then I flee from the clock tower. I roam about aimlessly with the crowbar in hand. I was being controlled and attacked the spirit in front of me. But it wasn't a spirit. It was Michio, even though my eyes saw the departed.
Mr. Bean? What's going on? What are you doing with that bloody crowbar?
Himiko, why are you here?
I was worried since Michio hasn't come home yet. Where is she? What happened, Mr. Bean?
Also, hi, Pack. Welcome on in. You came in at a very interesting time. You just came in to get traumatized, as the rest of us. That's fantastic. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a good time zone. Oh my god. Oh. At the clock tower, I was controlled by the departed. I attacked her with this crowbar.
Huh? No way. I'm going to check.
Himiko rushes over to the clock tower. Even knowing the departed might still be there, I can't stop her from rushing inside. She returns out after a while. She looks as emotionless as a wax statue. but her eyes are red and swollen.
I saw her.
She just stares at me, shell-shocked. Girl, same. She doesn't even cry or lash out at me. Her mind can't even process what she should do.
Mr. Bean? What are you gonna do now?
I need to just call the police. Or an ambulance. But I'm pretty... We'll do an ambulance.
No, it's too late. She's not breathing. She has no pulse. I don't think they'll believe you if you tell them you were being controlled by the Departed. They'll arrest you, and if that happens, you won't be able to pursue the Departed anymore. I understand why you'd want to contact the headmaster, but given the situation, I don't know if he'd be willing to help you.
Himiko, what do you want me to do?
Huh?
Can I ask you to decide for me? Please? It's a cowardly move, I know. But I also fear my own judgment now. What if I'm still under the Departed's control?
Mr. Bean. Got it.
After a long silence, Himiko nods her head. She opens her mouth again right after.
Follow me, Mr. Bean.
Once Himiko has settled on a course of action, she quickly regains her composure. I'm still stunned, but she immediately grabs my hand and drags me out of Konohara Academy.
Can you drive?
Yeah.
We better head to your home first and come up with a plan there. I'm sorry.
Himiko takes the passenger seat as I drive my car back to Kujo Mansion. During the ride, I tell her about what happened earlier. Even though I struggle to find the words and need to pause several times, Himiko pushes me, and I manage to get through my recap. Once we arrive at the mansion, I take off my sweat-soaked shirt and take a hot shower. Or in Himiko's words, I warm up my body and calm my mind down. Her firm attitude and language reminded me of my late sister. My sister often tried to whip me into shape and scolded me for being lazy. I put on a new shirt and slacks. I may have washed off the blood, but there's no way to cleanse the bloody truth.
I'm coming in. You look much better now.
Yeah, thanks to your help.
Oh, please.
Why are you helping me? I was being controlled, but it doesn't change the fact that I killed.
Can you please stop? I know you didn't do it of your own will. Weren't you fighting the Departed?
That's what I thought. But it turned out it wasn't the Departed.
Mr. Bean. If you truly care for Michio, then please, avenge her. That's what I wish, and I'm sure Michio would feel the same.
I want to do that, but there's a corpse in the clock tower. If someone discovers it, then
It'll be fine. It's on the school's ground, and if the Departed is involved, her corpse should disappear.
That is so... why? She might be right. The Departed probably doesn't want me to be arrested and barred from the school grounds. They're as cunning as a human. Everything that's happened so far is probably all part of their master plan.
As long as the both of us keep this quiet, you won't be suspected of murder.
So you're saying you want us to continue the investigation while keeping Michio's death a secret?
Exactly. I'll never forgive you if you say you want to run from the Departed now.
Himiko's levels a determined gaze at me. I can see black flames burning in her eyes. She's really pissed off at the departed. Maybe granting the wishes of the girl whose best friend I accidentally killed is the best way for me to atone for my actions.
I'm begging you. Please, hunt down the departed. Thank you. Let me help you out. Please, avenge Michio.
Himiko falls into my arms.
Michio, why? Why?
Himiko sobs deeply into my chest. This must have broken her. A girl who lost her best friend and now feels like she's been left all alone in this world. This wound will never heal. If there's one reason I'm still on this earth, it must be that I'm intended to bring an end to this cursed case and bring her some relief.